As we all know, it's an exciting time of the month. We've got the geek boxes that are out, and I'm really interested to see what this one is because it's kind of determine a few things. So stick around, let's see what's inside. And I'm Ron, and this is my place. Thanks for sticking around. We got the box. We're going to open it up and see what's inside and see how they've done this time around. I've been struggling a little bit with the maker boxes, or the geek boxes, excuse me. Kind of wondering why the maker box hasn't been here yet. Usually they're pretty good. They usually come just before this does, so hopefully it comes soon. It's always fun seeing what they are. Not that I ever print with the stuff. But anyways, this is the GeekBox subscription service from Maker Geeks Filament. I've been a member of the service for months and months and months and months. It's been quite a while. Personally, I haven't had a ton of problems with it, but then again, I have had some issues with filaments and stuff printing. It's really kind of weird. I'm trying to figure it all out because I know a bunch of people actually have issues with Maker Geeks. Honestly, what I've got from it has been decent filament that I've done pretty decent prints with. I mean, I've got a number of prints that I've printed, and it all seems to do pretty good. It's always tends to be smaller in diameter. Funking 3D had just made a comment a little bit earlier, and about asking if I tested some of the, basically spot checking filament, which I had done, but I thought I would go even further. And I actually took 10 feet of filament out and actually spot checked it. And it's small, which always seems to be. I'm always at or just below 1.7. This one was a little bit smaller than even the normal. It was 1.66 to 1.68. I'm not a super fan of that. I would think it should be closer to 1.75, but in that piece of it, it was consistent. I didn't really see any major changes in extrusion, but again, it is what it is. We'll see. One of my favorite things, two things that I like about the Maker, the GeekBox, excuse me. One, I don't have to decide about what filament I get. So I get this random colors and samples and all this stuff, and I just don't have to pick. I'm sorry, maybe it's a whole decision-making thing. I don't know. I just enjoy it. It's like Christmas every month. You get to kind of open it up, see what's going on. And at the beginning, I really, really, really enjoyed the projects. Every time I would make whatever the project was that they were doing. Sometimes it'd be major little projects, and it'd be bearings and a laser light show one month, or tools or something like that. It was just always kind of neat and kind of like surprising Christmas. Unfortunately, the last handful of months has been pretty disappointing. The filament's good, but I don't know. We'll see. So I'm really hoping for a step up on this box, and we'll see. Let's open it up and find out. Well, looks like they went with a tool this time. We have a toothbrush. Or a wire brush, one of the two. This is always good. Wire brush, use it for, you can clean off the tip of your hot end, and these are really good for when you get that molten ball of plastic that kind of sticks up onto the whole hot end and the block and everything, and you can actually heat all that up, peel it off, and then use this to scrape it all off. They work really, really good. Foam blocks. I don't know. We'll see. This is a GeekBox magnet. I'm detecting there's going to be some sort of a project going on because I've seen the GeekBox magnet, and in it is what appears to be a little piece of filament or something and a little wire. You figure out what that's all about. So, our first roll, well, that's kind of nice. Maker Series PLA Pure Silver 1.75, and of course, as always, 235 on the nozzle for any other standard PLA. And yeah, the let's see if you can. It's kind of a gray, silvery grayish. I don't really have much of that, so that kind of be cool. And the other one is we have, oh, this is really weird. We have a Maker Series minty ice cream. I actually have some of this that came in a previous Maker box. It prints well. It's a decent color, but I don't use it a ton. But yeah, so there you go. We have silver and we have minty green. And then we have this, which is a magnet with this stuff. So then one would ask, what do you do with all this stuff? Normally there's a piece of paper in there that tells you what's going on. Normally there's a piece of paper that tells you about the filaments, and it tells you about the project that was picked, and it tells you everything. Not in this one. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't give the best review, I guess, of the box last month. And it's more or less threatened that I was going to quit it. And I think on this one, I don't know. I may have to. I don't know. It'll be interesting. I'm wondering how many people out there are doing geek boxes. And tell me what you think of them down below if you do. It's kind of disappointing. I mean, they did give the tool this time. I mean, they're never super. I mean, it's a $30 box. Basically, you're guaranteeing yourself $15 filament is really what it's all about. But the inconsistency is just concerning to me. It's kind of makes me sad a little bit for them. But anyways, I'm not here to bum you out. So there you go. The was kind of cool. You got a magnet, and I have no idea what this stuff's for. I may go to their website and see if I can figure it out. I'm sure it's for something. And then you got the minty ice cream, this light kind of green, and then the silver that looks almost like Prusa silver. And I'll give a shot, see if I can get them printed well, and we go from there. Well, thanks for sticking around. Hopefully see what's inside it anyways, and we can all make our own decisions about what we think. Thank you much, and you all have a great day and print everything you can.